What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are working on a 2017 F-250 that has my favorite 6.7 in it. However, she's got just a slight oil leak. While I was repairing it, I also noticed the rear crank seal was leaking. Come with me tonight and figure out how to replace this on your 6.7. Alright guys, welcome back. Today, like I said, on this 2017 F-250, I've already gone ahead and replaced the upper and lower oil pans. It's been sitting here since before lunch. This is a post-lunch repair, which I want to finish off with showing you guys how to replace the rear crank seal. And it wasn't until I got the trans out that I noticed this was leaking additionally. The classic leaks up on the front of the upper oil pan, or the whole thing, you guys can see, was pretty much blown out. There was cleaning was fairly simple and didn't have to scrape a whole lot off. So to take care of the final repair of the crank seal, I'm going to show you guys how to take this out and use the special tool needed to do so. Okay, so before you go and take the crank seal out, this crank sensor protrudes into this cavity a little bit. So the workshop manual procedure says to totally remove the crank sensor, and I just don't feel that it was completely necessary for me to fumble with the bolt, fumble with the sensor, risk maybe breaking this, dropping out of my hand. I don't, let me just pull it back a little bit. So all I did was loosened my 8mm, pulled the sensor back. You can see it's not seated all the way, and it actually pulled itself into the bore and will now allow me to get the crank seal tool in here that I'm about to show you. Note to self, adjust the crank sensor before you use the tool, and then don't forget to put it back, you know, when you're done. We have a couple pieces to the tool. This is piece number 1, and the other piece bolts to the actual crankshaft. There is a hole here for the dowel. You can see there's a hole there for the dowel, and we're pretty much just going to line that up on the crank, and we're going to just finger tighten, and I'll just give it a little snug, these bolts, so that this is not flopping around. Just use the hand tools, get it in there, and just giving it a snug, not going crazy, snugging it down. So the next piece of this two-piece tool is actually going to press itself against this plate, but it's going to cut threads actually into the crank seal. So we are going to put this on. So we're going to put this on right over that, and you guys can see it's going right into the crank seal, okay? And I have already got the size. I suppose I can leave that on here, but I've already gotten the size to go over that. We're looking at a 1 3/16. That's going to go over your big nut and over that bolt. And I'm going to basically start cutting threads into the crank seal. I'm going to put a link in the description to the front crank seal that I did on an F650 750 chassis, and it kind of requires a little bit of persuasion to push this and twist it at the same time. So we're going to get this at a different angle so you guys can see exactly what I have to do. So we're just going to put that over, and we're just going to, pushing and twisting at the same time, trying to cut threads. Let's see, is it loose? Okay, so see how floppy it was. So I am starting to cut into it right now. I'm just going to continue. I'm pushing and driving it at the same time. Make sure everything still looks all right. Get a little bit of a lightage over here. Still looks uniform. Same process pretty much for the front crank seal. I'll put a link there, like I said. Okay. It feels like it's getting pretty much get a good bite, and hopefully it grabs it and you can pull it out. Next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your bolt and screw it in. Okay, I can't screw it anymore. It is bottomed out on that plate. So if I screwed this into the crank seal far enough, me turning this bolt should pull my seal out. Let's see if I got it. Nope, sure didn't. So you can see I'm trying to emphasize, you gotta, I mean, you saw how hard I was pushing. So let me back off. Okay. Put it back on. Try to get it a little started. Switch back over to the big boy socket. And try it again. Wow, I really feel it grabbing now. This is real life. This ain't no joke. Wow, definitely a difference between doing it the first time. Oh, okay. I thought the first one was a good bite. Well, I'm hoping the second one's a good bite. So here we go. Once again, I'm gonna screw this in until I bottom out. Can't go no more. Here we go. Hopefully we get it this time, boys. Okay. I think I got it. I think I just saw the seal moving. Okay. I think I'm pulling past the seal. I don't think I'm pulling the seal out yet. Nope. Bummer. Okay, I gotta do it again. So let me repeat that. Okay, so I got it set up once more. Got it, I think, in there kind of tight. I mean, that's what I was thinking the last two times. I'm gonna try that. Just kind of do this as I'm turning it. Hopefully I'm getting a better bite. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Break time. All right, I'll go at it. Oh, okay, let's give that a whirl. Okay, she's bottomed out. Ooh, that exhaust stinks, boys. Whew. Okay, let me swap the lights here. I can't Still doing the same thing. Lordy, lordy. Alright, you can pause it. Okay, fourth time's the charm. Man almighty. All I want to do is just get it to bite. Come on. Okay, that's it. I've had enough of this. This seal's coming out. Eat my dust. See that? You see that? It doesn't always go like that. I'll forewarn you. But when it does, you're gonna see that seal ride all the way out, just like you see right here. Okay? Got the little cut pieces of rubber. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. This was my leaking seal. You guys can see right where it was cutting in. I'm actually cutting right into that. So it's really crucial that you have this tool, because you guys just see me real time, no BS, try to get this out 4 times. You can see it's tapered, and maybe I didn't get it in there far enough, obviously, but you guys can see we got it out, man. We freaking did it. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'll worry about getting that out later. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Get these boys out of the way. Okay, so this is only for the removal. We're not going to use that tool anymore. So you guys can see the cavity that the crank seal is going to sit in. Get this piece of nastiness out of here. I'm going to just kind of stick my finger in there. I'm going to get some brake clean, and I'm going to clean this all with a rag as far in as I can go. Maybe get like a screwdriver and, you know, kind of do something like this, you know, get all that nasties up on there. Make sure the sealing surface on the crank is good, and then I'm going to get into the installation and show you the proper way to reinstall this new seal. Alright guys, so we're back here, got all the new components like I was explaining to you. This is the new seal, and it's going to come with this installation ring that's going to go over the spacer we're going to install here on the crankshaft. But I want you guys to take note, you have to install the crankshaft seal with the part numbers facing out. Okay, you see that part number? There's no part number on this side. Okay, the crank seal has to go onto the motor like this. You're going to be looking at this side. So again, there's another tool we're going to install on the front nose of the crank. You see it has a threaded rod, so this is actually going to pull the other part of this tool down and seat the crankshaft seal into the rear cover. I've already gone ahead and cleaned thoroughly the inside cavity. Put this tool on the same way the other one was, and we are using a 10 millimeter Allen. Just gonna snug those, and I'm gonna snug that. Part of the installation instructions is to put a light coat of engine oil onto the seal. No detergents, no petroleum jelly, nothing but Motorcraft oil. So we're going to see how far this little bead takes us. I feel that's going to be perfect amount of lubrication. Disperse that all over. And we are going to reference the part number that's facing us, and we're going to go ahead and simply stick that onto the special tool. I'm going to push this seal off of the white disc onto the crank. Okay, you discard that. So we have the crank seal sitting right here, okay, just like that. Install that right on top of the seal and install your nut. I'm just going to spin this all the way down. Remember to put the washer between part 1 of 303/15/14 tool and this nut that I'm spinning. And there we go. Whew, that was loud. And we're just going to run this all the way down until she's flush. I'm not really putting a lot of effort in. It's going in way easier than it came out. And you're just gonna go until it bottoms out right here on the rear cover. That's it. I can't go no more. That's it. It's telling me to stop. Just back this boy out. Let me know in the comment section below if have you guys ever replaced crank seal in your 6.7, or I know a lot of you guys are rolling 6.0s. My second favorite, but different tool. Same kind of theory about how you got to do that one though. I don't do too many of these. It's more upper oil pans than anything. But you get the occasional rear crank seal, so we got to be prepared and fix it on the fly. So we get our 10 mil Allens, bust these things loose. And we'll do a final walk around inspection of what a new crank seal looks like installed into the back of your 6.7. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. If anybody's ever had to do their 6.7 rear crank seal, if you had to do it at home, or if you had to pay a shop or a tech like me to fix it. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and if you want to get on the podcast, let me know in the comment section. Look for my email in the description and we can get you in queue. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.